Imagine being so good at something that the whole world falls in love with the version of you doing it, and then spends the rest of your life making sure you can never become anyone else. That was the quiet tragedy of Gail Davis. And most people have never heard her name. Born Betty Jean Grayson in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1925, she grew up in a world where girls were expected to be soft, proper, and still. Instead, she was riding horses, shooting rifles, swimming, and climbing before most kids her age had found their hobby. Her father was a doctor. Her family was stable. But Gail was always a little too restless for the world she was born into. She wanted the stage. She wanted music. What she got was something no one could have predicted. When she and her husband moved to California after World War II, Hollywood wasn't looking for a musical theater dreamer. It was looking for someone who could ride hard, shoot straight, and survive a dusty outdoor set in California heat for 14 hours. Gail fit that world perfectly, even though it was never the world she chose. That's the part nobody talks about. Her greatest success came from skills she almost never planned to use. By the early 1950s, after appearing in more than 30 Western films, producer Gene Autry saw something in Gail that the rest of Hollywood had missed. He asked a question that sounds almost radical now. Why didn't little girls have their own Western hero? In 1954, Annie Oakley premiered. Gail's name appeared at the top. Her face ran for 81 episodes across America's living rooms, every single week. And the letters that poured in weren't from critics or industry people. They were from little girls who had never before seen a woman rush into danger, solve her own problems, and stand at the center of the story instead of behind a man. That is genuinely rare. Not just for the 1950s. Even now. But here's the painful part. The same image that made millions of children believe in themselves slowly became a cage. After Annie Oakley ended in 1957, directors couldn't picture Gail in anything else. The public didn't want her to change. She was too warm for noir, too familiar for drama, too braided and wholesome for the darker, grittier westerns replacing her era. Hollywood moved on. Gail didn't disappear from scandal or addiction. She disappeared because she had been too perfect, too iconic, too completely associated with one single image. She died in Los Angeles on March 15, 1997, at the age of 71, from brain cancer. Quietly, without the shockwaves that follow bigger names. What Gail Davis leaves behind is a lesson worth sitting with. Sometimes the thing you're best at becomes the thing that holds you back. Success can protect you and imprison you at the same time. The question isn't whether you're good enough, it's whether you're brave enough to become something new before the world decides you can't.